Hi, and welcome back to another how-to video. Today we're going to be doing our own homemade chicken Kievs. So yeah, here we go. So what you can do is take a chicken breast, lay it nice and flat, and then you just want to cut it horizontally down the middle. Now don't cut it all the way through, we don't want to butterfly it, we just want to make an opening so that we can put our gooey centre. So let's do that. Beautiful. Right, so that's that. Then just wash your hands because obviously we don't want to get any germs, and then we can move on to the garlic butter centre. Right, now for the garlic butter filling. Nice and simple. Large tablespoon of butter and about a teaspoon of garlic puree. Now I'm going to make it a little bit funky. You can just leave it like that, but I'm going to chuck in some diced up chorizo. And so mix all that in, just to give us a nice funky filling. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to chuck in about a handful of grated cheddar. Now that is just to help bind it, and also when it melts it'll be, you know, you'll get this lovely garlic chorizo cheesy centre for your Kievs. That goes in there like that. Mix that all round. Right. Once that's all mixed together nicely, then what you want to do is go back to your chicken breasts and just stuff them basically. So you might have a little bit more for your chicken. But that's alright, you can either stuff a little bit more in or just put some to one side. Depends on how many chicken breasts you're doing. So you want at least a large tablespoon of this mixture. So just peel back the top of the chicken and get a nice large spoonful and just dollop it in there. And then fold the chicken over and just try and squeeze. You might have to get your hands in there for this bit. Just try and squeeze your garlic butter cheese mix in and try and fold the chicken back over. Doesn't have to be perfect because obviously we're going to breadcrumb it in a sec. So yeah, right, once you've done that, yeah, like that, just fold it over. We can go on to the breadcrumbing stage. Right, now time for the breadcrumbing. So, just as we've done before in a previous video, you just want to take your chicken, you want to flour it, just coat it all over, and shake off any excess. Now again, just try and keep the chicken breast shut so that the mixture doesn't fall out. Don't panic too much. And then just coat it all the way around in your egg mix. That's just, you know, one egg, that's it, no problem. And then straight into some breadcrumbs. Now, I've got golden breadcrumbs. You just buy them exactly like that. I've not put any flavourings or herbs in them this time, just keep it nice and simple because all the flavour's in the inside. You can make your own if you want. But to be fair, these are pretty cheap to buy and they work pretty well. So yeah, that's it, nice and breaded. Now, once again, if you feel that you want to double breadcrumb them, just do the exact same process, flour, egg and breadcrumb again, and it'll, you know, sort itself out quite nicely. So yeah, once that's now done, we can get that straight in the oven. And again, with chicken, best to cook it on a medium heat, middle shelf, and just cook it anywhere from sort of 20 minutes to about half an hour, depending on the size of the chicken. Just because, again, you don't want it to be raw in the middle. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll get these in the oven, and we will come back once they're cooked. Right. So it's been about half an hour. So let's check on these Kievs. they look pretty done to me. So I reckon we're good to go. Best thing to do when checking chicken is just cut it down the centre, or just cut it right through the middle and just check that the chicken isn't pink, because that's the last thing you want. But I reckon these are pretty much ready to go, so we are ready to eat. I'm serving them alongside some herb potatoes. They're nice and simple. Cut some potatoes into some small dice. Either use the baby potatoes and just cut them in half, or just cut down some bigger potatoes smaller. Boil them for about 10-15 minutes, then into a dish with some butter, oil, salt, pepper and some mixed herbs, and then chuck them in the oven, and then serve them alongside some veg as well. But there you have homemade chicken Kievs, and that's the end of the video. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Laters.